have to be careful of your angles, especially with still 19 squads alive here, by the way, ladies and gents. And with 14 seconds remaining on round 3 closing, I said there wasn't a huge amount of playable area. Well, color me corrected, because they have somehow managed to find themselves in playable areas. But as we say that, now we're starting to see the kill feed get a little bit more interesting. Reptar picking up a knock there onto Protect Full, excuse me. Slurpy G is now the kill leader in the lobby with 3 as Roller Theory just trying to hold out these teams. Remember, making a tough rotation from Skyhook. One of them is NRG.
Slightly different to the Game 5 of EMEA earlier, where there was only 10 teams left in Zone 3. Whereas we know North Americans, they're purists, they like to play this game to its core, and I love to see it as well. Still 19 squads. Tempest will get down by Nathan and finished as well, but now SXG elsewhere are pushing in, trying to get a little attack on the go. Protectful will fall down to the shots of the Mastiff, and now the rest of the squad will just hold under these train tracks here, but need to hold together, because when this bubble runs out, they could be in a little spot of bother. Looks like they've pulled on just fine for now, but back to NRG, and oh god, this is an absolute carnage that's unfolding.
That's the banner. Looking for the armor swap. Does get that one as well. So Nathan has an opportunity here to stay alive for a few seconds, but it's not looking good here for NRG. 19 squads remaining, and Nathan feeling incredibly lonely here as he tried to make that rotation out from Skyhook. Sweet's going to be finished off by Wicked as well, as we see more kills now going to Sinus Please, who have held under that bridge for Kit as well to get himself back up to full health, but it looks like at the moment the lobby is starting to kick off. Even though I'm saying that, 17 squads are still remaining, and this is becoming more and more difficult to find anywhere to call a home.
Well, it was SXG who made things difficult for Complexity a little bit earlier. You see where I was going with that one. And now you can see that they are kill leader as well. At least one of the players was kill leader. They've been able to find quite a few successful attacks on other teams just when they're a little bit weak, whether it be against 2 players or not, doesn't matter. They've got the job done. Speaking of Complexity, Shiny's just lost one. Senox has gone down for Sentinels, as well as Sync falling. So members of teams falling everywhere at the moment, but not too many wipes.
SXG. Sure their backs are clear. It's a really smart play from them. They were holding on to that track for quite some time, but making sure there's going to be no one rotating in from the epicenter side from the north is going to be vital for them. Reptar now redeploying with Valkyrie, and this is a solo and a YOLO play. Vaxlon falls to the ring. 14 squads now remaining as Tech Candy gets involved for Era Eternity. Ghosts are going to lose one player as 6 goes down. Sentinels in the kill feed as well, and all of a sudden, things are starting to get extremely interesting as Reptar has found himself a little bit of high ground to play, and he might have found himself a knock and maybe a point at least to Complexity.
Yeah, he's done his job by getting to the top 15 and got some KP, so that works out for Reptar if he did get the finish, but I'm not sure even if he did. Torrent are also in a very difficult spot right now. They're going to be down to just 1, make that a wipe, and just like that, the kill feed exploding in front of your very eyes. Sentinels also only 1 member remaining. Roller Theory on the other side. It seems like every squad has lost 1, if not 2 players at this point. Surely someone's got 3 still alive.
Here comes Lou from Sentinels with the Eva 8 in hand, combining with his teammate Senox to pick up some kills. Lou now the kill leader after Sentinels game 1 performance. This really has been something special from them in game 2 as well. Getting into that top 10 from a difficult rotation, but now all the pressure falls onto the shoulders of Senox. Last player alive here for Sentinels.
Senox has already gone down once as well, but is back up to full health here. Now can reset. Doesn't have to go for the res. Instead, it's about just prioritizing doing damage and being as big as you can as a solo player to try and intimidate the other teams, try and make them think you're not a solo player, make them think that you're at least a 2, just to stop the other teams, try and make them think you're not a solo player, make them think that you're at least a 2, just to stop them from pushing, but it doesn't look like it's going to stop Estral Esports. They will push in, get the finish onto Lou, and they'll probably dive in and try and get the chase on the go, but for now they're more than happy to have the loot here while Senox escapes elsewhere. Nox has also gone down. Madnos has gone down. Like, everyone's gone down.
Yeah, Senox escaped.
Oh, now he goes down.
As we now see him go down. Lazarus making their late rotation with all this carnage going down. It's all about timing on the redeploy from Valkyrie. The Skyward dive is good. However, that's a slippy looking rock as they fall down, and unfortunately it's just G7 Dank who will fall down. His 2 teammates manage to cling on for dear life towards his endgame, but if you can watch that kill feed and you can hold on to that Skyward dive for as long as possible, the more teams that fall, the more effective it will be, as there will be a playable area for you to land on.
I've never seen a caustic climb so fast, but there we are. We've seen something new today as the bombardments are starting to arrive. Astral Esports have the bubble to protect them for now, but that bubble is going to be dissipating any second. This is just so crazy with the amount of teams that were alive in this circle that everyone has not been able to really reset to a point where they're comfortable. Instead, everyone is on edge. Anxiety is floating around World's Edge right now, and I'd say only 2 or 3 teams probably know what on earth is going on. The rest are just trying to figure it out as they go. One of these teams being Era Eternity. They're at a full 3, they're all red armors, and the position they currently reside in, I'd say, is a pretty powerful one.
A very powerful one. Right of that truck on the train station is going to be massive for them. Some blind fire through the smoke coming in from Noko. Going to try and get that shield swap as well. Stays alive for now. Tech Candy's going to be moving in to pick up some more KP with that Arc Star in the feed. He's also got the alternator in hand as well. So shields are going to be shredded like cheese here on World's Edge towards this endgame.
Here comes Era Eternity then. They recognise there's a weak team below them, or at least Tech Candy did. Has to get away though. Big old hitbox as Gibby. The armor swap was there, but actually the armor swap has already been taken. So instead you're going to have to bat up. 4 squads remaining now, 1 more being wiped. But Era Eternity still holding one of the power positions. Just need to be a little bit careful that they don't get targeted by too many teams. You can see a team right in front of them to the south. If they're aware of that team, then they may decide they want to push them first. But at the moment, they're just waiting, biding their time, hoping that Lazarus or one of the other teams who's still left is instead going to take the fight for them.
I'm sure that Tech Candy not only has an alternator, he might have just found a Kraber as well. We'll have to double check on that, and that would be massive for them towards this endgame. Lazarus are the team who are trying to kind of posture up and look through the cracks to see if they can get some damage. But yes, Tech Candy has found himself a Kraber. It's the ultimate care package duo for him, and he has a real opportunity now to do a huge amount of damage as he scopes in on this player just creeping behind this container. Is he going to pop up? Yes, he is, but it's just the 145, not the knock he was looking for.
But Bowser will get the knock elsewhere, so it's no Coco Puffs who goes down. The damage from the Kraber was enough just to at least to provide the assist, and now there's going to be 3 squads remaining, with Hambino being the last player to fall on that team. So the last 3, Lazarus and Era Eternity, the 2 healthiest squads right now, and Lazarus in a really sneaky spot where they can deal a lot of damage here, but they have to move soon.
Here comes the move from Era Eternity. They've padded over everyone. The bubble has gone down as well. However, their bubble will go before the other teams. However, things might have just been made a lot easier for them, as now they could just bide their time. Lazarus move in. They win that fight. However, it's just going to open the door here, surely, for Era Eternity to close things out. Yes, they do. Game 2 is Era Eternity's.
I think Era Eternity would have been disappointed if they didn't come out with that with a victory, considering the position they were in and how healthy they were, and just how they were able to think about what they wanted to do for the end game. There were so many teams there who were having to think on the fly, having to make last-minute decisions, probably didn't know who was where, what was going on, just throwing ultimates left, right, and center to try and survive. Whereas Era Eternity just watched the carnage unfold in front of them. They were